Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matt with 1836 Property Management in Austin, Texas. This short video is to go over home warranties and how property managers do or don't work with them. If you have a home warranty, you're going to want to ask your property manager even if they're willing to work with that home warranty. Some property managers do, some don't. I've got to tell you that builder warranties, if you've got a brand new home, are pretty easy. Builders are really good to work with. When it comes to home warranties, it's not a personal issue that we have with home warranties as property management companies. It is simply related to the service. If you are a home owner, these are designed for you. You can call that technician. They can collect payment from you when they arrive on site. You can be available so that when they're late, it's okay. And then when they tell you that the problem is not covered, you can decide whether you want them to fix it, come back, reschedule. You are on site to make those decisions. It does not work that way when there's a property management company and a tenant involved. What generally happens is we spend up to 30 minutes on hold placing a work order. If we get a confirmation, we're lucky. That person will then reach out to us instead of reaching out to the tenant to schedule. We'll put them in touch with the tenant. Then they'll try to get the tenant to schedule, which is a challenge in itself. If they do make it out to the property, they'll want to collect payment before they ever even get to the property and start work, because that $50 payment to them is more important than the actual job. These are typically the lowest cost providers that these home warranty companies can find. If they can save 50 cents, they're switching vendors. And that's just how they operate. It's a business. So then they get out there and they investigate the problem and they tell the tenant, well, it's not covered, and so I need payment. Well, the tenant's obviously not going to pay them. That's just not how the law works, and that's not how the system works. So then we've still got the problem existing. We've spent days wasted trying to get this repaired. We've got a tenant screaming at us because they don't want to pay the vendor, and we've still got a problem going on that we've got to deal with. So if it's fortunate enough that it works and they're willing to bill us, secondarily, we've got added layers of billing involved. To be honest with you, it's a real mess. And so if we have owners come to us and they want to utilize a home warranty, maybe it's a new purchase or a resale purchase, for example, and it was included in there, we do our best to accommodate them. We try not to use them for our first line of defense because honestly, it's just going to upset the tenant, take longer, end up costing you more in the long run. We found this out through 15 years in business. But if you do have a catastrophic failure of something, per se an HVAC system, we can try to go back to those guys. Keep in mind that when you're working with a property management company, everything else that you ask them to do increases their cost, and therefore, in theory, those costs may be passed along to you. Some companies will simply say, we don't work with them. Some will say, well, there's a surplus or an extra charge to work with those guys, an overcharge. What we do is just vary the management fee monthly a little bit one way or the other. It's a very small amount, but it enables us to at least cover that labor. So if we're spending an extra 3 hours a month on headaches with that home warranty company any given month, we don't lose the revenue for 3 or 4 months working with you as an owner and then have to let you go. Keep in mind that margins in our business are very small. This is really a volume business, kind of like when you go to the grocery store. They make a penny or two on each item you purchase. We're making $1 or $2 on each property that we manage. It's not that much money. So anything that we have to invest in further, whether it's time, labor, anything else, follow up, it may put us in a negative situation, and you don't want to lose a great property manager because you're trying to save money on a home warranty. The home warranty most of the time won't pay for all the repairs. You're still going to have to supplement. It just doesn't work out well. So feel free to ask your property manager up front what they do, what their policy is on home warranties. But as a property manager, unfortunately, we just don't love them. As a homeowner, I would say, hey, if you got it free, absolutely, it's a great thing. But we've just got to find that common ground to work together on those. So if we at 1836 in Austin, Texas can assist you with anything related to your investment properties, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We're happy to help.